In many rural parts of Colorado, people are alerted to weather emergencies by their local public radio stations.
But some of those stations may go under after the U.S. Senate passed a bill today that cuts more than $1 billion in funding for the Corporations for Public Broadcasting, which funds NPR, PBS, and 1,500 radio and television stations across the country. Your political reporter Sean Boyd is here now to explain the impact on Colorado.
So, Sean, how many public radio stations are we talking about here?
According to Colorado Public Radio, there are a dozen small public radio stations in rural and mountain communities across the state. They not only provide local news and programming, but emergency alerts in cases of major storms, flooding, and wildfires. I spoke to the general managers at two of those radio stations. KVNF covers 10,000 square miles on the west slope, including Black Canyon, where the South Rim fire is burning. KRZA covers the entire San Luis Valley and northern New Mexico. It not only provides emergency alerts for its listeners, but two other radio stations. And the GM says he maintains the transmitter located on San Antonio Mountain himself.
Terrain up there is pretty rough, especially in the wintertime. You can't get up there with an SUV, a snowmobile, anything. And so I've had to literally hike up there 3-4 hours with a backpack in the cold snow and, on snowshoes to get up to the mountain and fix our transmitter.
Both KRZA and KVNF have listeners in areas where there is no internet service. The GM at KVNF told me the radio station is a lifeline in emergencies like the South Rim fire.
So for them to be able to know that our signal at 90.9 or 89.1 is one that is going to deliver those special beeps that always come out and say, okay, we're now going to be evacuating off the South Rim of the Black Canyon, these specific roads, and those are the folks that, need to be paying attention and act now, pack your go bag. I think that there's a certain amount of trust that we've garnered for our listeners. We've been around for 46 years.
KVNF receives 20% of its funding, and KRZA receives half of its funding from the Corporation for Public Broadcasting. The GM say they will look for grants and fundraise, but cuts are likely. In addition to public broadcasting, the bill also cuts about $8 billion in foreign aid. All of Colorado's Republican Congress members voted for the bill. Representative Lauren Boebert says if NPR and PBS are as popular and important as they claim they are, they'll be able to run just fine without being subsidized by the federal government. This package is a good first step towards balancing our budget and cutting the wasteful spending. The bill passed both the House and Senate, but the Senate did make some changes, including preserving funding for tribal radio stations. So the House is going to need to repass it before it goes to President Trump's desk.
All right, we will continue to follow this.
Yep.
Certainly important. Thank you, Sean.